Now, on Monday, something very interesting happened in this country. And for those who follow this channel very closely, I even mentioned it in 1 or 2 videos on this platform. The Council of Governors, chaired by the Kakamega Governor Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya, organized a Zoom meeting with President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Samoei Ruto to discuss the progress made in the fight against the COVID virus. And that meeting went on very smoothly. But when the deputy president began to speak, the link was disconnected. His screen went blank. What really transpired? I didn't want to talk about the details about what transpired during that particular time. Because on this platform, one thing we've always tried to avoid is speculations. I didn't want to speculate anything, but I mentioned it on this platform that the deputy president link was disconnected from that Zoom meeting. And today, none other than Dennis Itumbi spoke about this particular matter. Dennis Itumbi is not an ordinary Kenyan. I always consider Dennis Itumbi of late as the spokesperson of the deputy president. Because of late, every time Dennis Itumbi speaks, it actually reflects the thinking around the deputy president. Now, this is what Dennis Itumbi posted on his official handles. Dennis Itumbi is saying, so just for the record, the internet at the deputy president residence is strong and stable. He's making the record. Even at the point of disconnection, the signal was at full strength. We live stream every hustle matter every Thursday using multiple devices and with 0 interruptions. So Dennis Itumbi is acknowledging and is setting the record straight that indeed on that day, the internet connection at the deputy president's residence in Karen was strong. And again, they've always used that internet connection with several other devices. And of course, we know that almost every Thursday, there's always meetings at the deputy president's residence, and they always stream them live. So Dennis Itumbi is continuing. The Council of Governors team played games because clearly their system had no issues. And even after the so-called technical challenges, no one bothered to call to find out what the problem was. They had the answer. But it's all right. So he's claiming that, of course, the Council of Governors later claimed that there were technical issues. But this technical issue only affected the deputy president link. And this is what Dennis Itumbi is challenging, that they have the numbers. So the fact of the matter is that the deputy president link to that Zoom conference was cut off. That link was disconnected. Immediately, the deputy president started speaking. And the deputy president, in his brief speech before it was disconnected, he was saying, I want to start by thanking the president for his steadfast leadership in mobilizing both state and non-state actors in responding to this pandemic. This coordinated effort has produced results that now we are talking about flattening the curve. Probably that's what angered the president, because the deputy president has not been supporting this initiative. So he's continuing, Your Excellency, some very difficult decisions have had to be made, but it is fair to say that Kenyans in their majority have responded to government decisions and complied with the safety measures that have been put in place. And then after that, the link was cut off. Why was the link cut off? Today, I want us to look at the reasons why the deputy president link to this particular Zoom conference was cut off immediately he began speaking. But before we do that, if you're watching this video for the first time, please, I want you to take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time you produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And again, yesterday, I told you about a platform which has been developed by a friend who is also a subscriber to this channel. And I realized I made a mistake with the link. The link is actually supposed to be kenyanmatch.com. Kenyan Match, not Kenya Match the way I had indicated. And just like I explained yesterday, it's also very cheap to subscribe. $16 monthly and $8 weekly. By doing that, you'll be able, the platform will be able to connect you. If you are in the diaspora, it will be able to connect you, find the right spouse in the country, Kenya, and those who are in Kenya would also be connected to find the right spouses there. So just take your time briefly, log into kenyanmatch.com, and then you'll be lucky. You might be lucky. I'm not saying everyone will be lucky, but you are likely to be lucky. Now back to the main issue. Why was the deputy president link disconnected? Why? Was it accident? Was it a technical hitch? Or was it by design? I am convinced 100% that the deputy president was actually disconnected the moment he started speaking. And why would the president allow this to happen? Because if the president was there listening, and then all of a sudden the link gets disconnected, was he even bothered why the deputy president was disconnected? Or is it possible that the president actually was tired, he didn't want to see his deputy, and said, cut it off, and this thing was cut off? Because remember, this Zoom meeting was not just a Zoom meeting. This Zoom meeting had the president himself. So it means even power on that day, power at the DP's residence, the internet connections at the DP's residence, and both at also at President Uhuru Kenyatta's residence. I don't know whether the president was operating from his official office or at from State House, but wherever he was, no, there was no way, absolutely no way, the internet was going to fail at the office of the president and at the office of the deputy president. There was no way the internet was going to fail and power was going to fail at Oparanya's office. No way. At least those three people. But in this matter, the moment the deputy president began speaking, the internet disconnected. So who disconnected the deputy president from that link? And why was he disconnected? In my view, the deputy president was disconnected because of 5 reasons. And let us just be real. Now, number one, I strongly believe, is because of the deputy president's statement on COVID, especially the one he made while in Mombasa. In Mombasa, the deputy president was very clear that this fight against the COVID is actually being used to make certain Kenyans millionaires. Remember, the president is the head of state. So if certain individuals within the government or their allies took advantage and benefited from this, the president, even if he wanted to deal with it, would not want this to be made a political matter. The deputy president, by law, is the principal assistant to President Uhuru Kenyatta. So if there are people who've made billions and millions out of this particular pandemic, then the best strategy would have been for the deputy president to at least reach the president. And even if he can't reach the president, he would have found a different ways of dealing with it. But now we have a man who is taking each and every opportunity on Twitter, on Facebook, and on the ground to attack the whole thing. The president personally took this initiative personal. And according to sources, he's actually been making sure that everything is in place. But now his deputy is saying that this thing, the whole COVID thing, is about making certain individuals billionaires. And then he's given an opportunity to speak, and he begins by thanking the president for taking an initiative. You'd be annoyed as a human being. So probably the president was annoyed, and he said no, cut him off. So the guy was disconnected. Number two, I also strongly believe that the deputy president has not been supportive of this COVID, the war on COVID, by the president. The deputy president, we've seen the deputy president, even before, we've witnessed the deputy president attending functions without masks. The president has been very clear that let us put our mask on, let us keep social distancing and avoid gatherings. Of course, the president in one or two instances have found himself in a situation where he could not afford to run away from the public. So he has actually addressed gatherings before. But the deputy president has made it a trend. He was in Mombasa over the weekend. This event was on Monday. The deputy president was in Mombasa on Friday, was in Mombasa on Saturday, and I think on Sunday. All this time he knew that on Monday he was going to have a Zoom meeting on this particular matter. Then he comes and starts acknowledging. In Mombasa, in his own presence, Jichopevu was very clear that he was not going to put mask until the government arrest those who are found to have benefited unfairly from the COVID scandal. But the British president was there. He was just laughing, doing nothing. When he rose to speak, he didn't even talk about that. So I think the president and his handlers believe strongly that the deputy president has not been supportive entirely on this particular matter. So there was no need for him or for them to waste their time listening to this guy. What I don't know is that whether this guy is actually cut off the deputy president link, so he was cut off there, he was disconnected, while these other guys continued with their meetings. I don't know. I don't know whether that 10 minutes they waited, but the fact is the deputy president has not been supportive of the president on this matter. Number 3, I also believe that the system or the deep state is actually out to humiliate the deputy president. They've humiliated the deputy president enough. And again, they are still humiliating him. How do you think the 47 governors would take the deputy president? This is a guy who was addressing them. And the moment his speech began, he's disconnected. So he was actually humiliated. And that's why I've actually gone through his Facebook page and Twitter. He has not posted anything about that particular meeting. So which means he was humiliated. If you go to president's wall, they have actually updated about that particular meeting. In fact, they even indicated what the deputy president said. They're doing that while we know the deputy president was disconnected before he could continue. But the deputy president, who is known to always, even if not posting directly, always retweeting such events on his Facebook page and Twitter, this time around, nothing. Nothing. So the deputy president is being humiliated, is being harassed with the sole intention of forcing him to resign. But the bad news for these people is that the deputy president is not ready to resign. The DP will not resign because he cannot operate outside the government. So between now and 2021 or early 22, that's when the deputy president can resign, but not in 2020. So these guys will continue humiliating him, but the deputy president will not resign. Number 4, I think it's about the president's legacy. The president is feeling that the deputy president is not part of that. He's not keen on helping him achieve his strategy, his legacy. Of course, so many Kenyans are asking whether the president will leave a legacy or not. But the fact of the matter is that we have a COVID, and the Council of Governors had a meeting, and this meeting was supposed to come up with a strategy. The COVID has given the government a very bad name. So the president would want to clean the name. And that's why he gave all the investigative agencies 21 days to dig deep into that matter and come up with the results of their investigations. But the fact is, the deputy president is not supporting him. So he's realized this man is not supporting me, but he wants to cheat me. What next? Cut him off. And lastly, it's a clear message to the deputy president that he's no longer needed. The president no longer needs him. The system no longer needs him. His services are not needed. His input is not needed anywhere in the whole scheme of things. So if I were the deputy president today, I'd just accept the fact that I am a deputy president, these guys have kicked me out of power, and number 3, that my input is not needed. So that next time, you don't try to force things. I don't know whether the Council of Governors felt there was need to invite the deputy president. And next time, if I were the deputy president, I would simply wait for an invitation and decline the invitation politely. I don't know what you think, but that's my thought on this matter. And my next video is actually on David Murathe. David Murathe was interviewed on Citizen TV. And he explained a lot of things. His was actually a right of reply to the previous interview by the deputy president. He said so many things. I want you to tell me what you think about that interview by David Murathe, by Citizen TV, David Murathe and Citizen TV. I want you to get me your thoughts on that. But my next video after this is actually going to be Okotho Bado. Why do you think the ODM party are out to finish and destroy Okoth Obado? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you guys, and please, if you're watching this video for the first time, the way we normally do it, if you're watching this video for the first time, please just take a second or two and click the subscribe button. Let me introduce this channel again to those who might not know. Lee Makwiny YouTube channel is a political channel. So we analyze politics. Most of our analysis you cannot get in the mainstream media. So we are trying to be unique. We get information, what's happening, then we give it a different meaning. So that's what we do on this channel. So the best thing you can do is to click the subscribe button so that next time you analyze politics, then you are not left out. Because remember, politics is what makes the world move. So you just have no option but to click the subscribe button now. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Without your support, this channel cannot be where it is today. Today, this channel is one of the authoritative channels, political channels in this country. At least we've become a very close community. And I want to thank you. You might not know, but it's because of you guys that we've been able to grow. If you go back, occasionally I share some of this video. If you go back and check the video we did 1 year ago and the ones we are doing today, they are totally different. You can't even know the difference. Yeah, you can't even believe that it's the same person speaking. So we've actually grown. Our content quality has increased tremendously, not because of any other thing, but because of the support you give to this channel. And that support is very simple. Just by dropping your comments, which I always read on any matter, just by reading the comments, seeing how people are exchanging ideas in the comment sections, then I'm able to create more content. And again, the mere fact that some of you guys share this content to their friends, it means so many other guys who are even not subscribed are able to reach the channel. And once they are satisfied, they join. And again, the fact that you give the videos thumbs up and thumbs down. What else do I need from you? Thank you guys. By the way, I was thinking of the ads, but so many people have asked me not to remove the ads. I'm still waiting for more comments. Thank you guys, and please, may you enjoy your day.